We back in the building. It's your boy D Fran.
Boy, be Neil.
First episode 2023. Gotta get this bitch started off right. 2023 is here. It is a new year. And I feel big things for the show this year. I feel big things for the brand this year. So 2023, we here. We gotta pretty much clean up every topic that was not discussed before the end of the year. So today we got Andrew Tate. We got I wanted to speak about Young Thug a little bit. We gotta talk about this Tory Lanez evidence that dropped. We gotta talk about Gervonta Davis almost getting his career ended. We gotta talk about that. We also gotta talk about Skip Bayless's tweets, everything going on today. Absolute Sure Podcast. If you're not subscribed right now, SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, search up Absolute Sure Podcast. Listen to the audio version while you're working out, you're driving, you're doing whatever. Do that over there. And Trail, we leave that hating shit in 2022, big dog. Bryce here, he gonna be here forever. We ain't doing that. So, anyways, Bryce.
That nigga Trail, we ain't even gotta acknowledge the troll, bro. He out his dungeon. It's good to see him.
Good to see him. Made it out
the troll's out the dungeon. The angry man is out the dungeon.
Salute to Wardo and his podcast. You know what I'm saying? If y'all ain't go check that out, go and check it out. It's a good time. Top 10 list. Personally, I feel like I had the best top 10 list of the year. But, that's neither here nor there. Niggas was hating on SZA. And Bryce is really the only one hating on Post Malone. But it's all right. It's all right. I don't like how the thing look when I show the chat. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't like how it look.
What you mean? I can't see the chat on the screen.
You can't see the chat on your thing? Mm-mm. Oh, that's weird. I was saying when I put it on the screen, I don't really like how it looks.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I felt out of touch.
with your selections?
No, with these niggas selections. They top 10s. I was like, bro, I haven't heard some of this shit. Like, and obviously being outside of rap, it kind of made it, But a lot of them singles and songs, I'm like, bro, I don't know what.
Niggas said the SZA B-side. That was like one of the biggest. All right, I'm not gonna get into it again. You trolling me. I'm not. That's what 2023 New Year's resolution. I'm not falling into troll shit. I'm not falling into troll conversation. I'm not doing it no more. To say SZA shit's B-side, you got to be just fucking with me at this point. I Hate You is a big record, but I'm gonna let it slide. I'm gonna let it slide. So, anyways, that was fun. Then we rolled to the Poetic Flacco intervention. That was interesting, especially seeing what's going on with them right now. Kind of hindsight 2020. I was like, hey, look at these niggas, but we're not even here to talk about that right now. So, what'd you do for New Year's, man? Let's talk about you. Let's talk about us. What'd you do? Would you have a good New Year's Eve? What'd you do, man?
New Year's, I didn't do anything. New Year's Day, I did. Like New Year's Eve, I didn't do anything. New Year's Day, I went to my granny house. She cooked, and pretty much my immediate family pulled up, and we just chilled. I mean, I feel like at this age, it's not like any like grandiose things that really go on anymore. Like it's like, you hang with your people you care about, and it's pretty much that. But I had a good time as far as that, but nothing else.
I fell asleep. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was asleep before midnight when my girl woke me up, and when I woke up, I just hear fireworks going off, going crazy. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Oh, it's New Year's. But
Oh yeah, New Year's Eve. I guess I had worked or something. I ain't feel like doing shit.
Yeah.
I ain't feel like doing nothing.
So we got a plethora of topics to hop into right now. Which topic would you like to tackle first on the list of topics that we have? We got Andrew Tate. We got the Tory Lanez evidence. Gervonta Davis, Skip Bayless. Like what? Ed Reed. I mean, we could probably just leave that Ed Reed thing. Just probably something quick to touch on at the very end. But which one do you want to get into?
What was you talking about? Virgin Islands or something?
The Virgin Islands shit. You want to get into that? So this is a little I don't want to say conspiratorial, but I mean it happened. So in the Virgin Islands, there was, let me pull it up actually let me pull up the thing on here. Let me add my screen. Boom, here we go. So in the Virgin Islands, a U.S. Virgin Islands fired the Attorney General in Jeffrey Epstein case. So San Juan, Puerto Rico AP says the governor of the Virgin Islands has fired the Attorney General of the U.S. territory who pursued various cases against disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein, including a lengthy legal fight that resulted in a $105 million settlement. So the more backstory behind this too is she was suing JP Morgan, right, for funding, funneling money to victims, funneling money to recruiters. Things that she was like about to start investigating them, right? So when the lawsuit filed against JP Morgan Chase on December 27th, the government of the U.S. Virgin Islands alleges the company knowingly facilitated, sustained, and concealed the human trafficking network operated by Jeffrey Epstein from his home and base in the Virgin Islands, and financially benefited from this participation directly or indirectly by failing to comply with federal banking regulations. It also alleges that the company concealed wire and cash transactions. So pretty much she was, uh, about to dig into this Jeffrey Epstein, J.P. Morgan, money, money, money. Who's finance, who's that, and then a couple days later, she's fired. So to a lot of people, fishy. And people was tired. I seen one guy, he tired. He's like, look, she files lawsuits, right? Joe Biden goes to the Virgin Islands for his end of the year vacation. Then the lady gets fired. Now Joe Biden's back in America. Some people are like, hey, he went there to, because U.S. Virgin Islands, it's a U.S. territory. So, we got their interests. They got our interests. And, maybe they don't want this to unravel and come out and show that one of the biggest banks in America was funneling money or helping this guy in financing what was going on with Epstein.
So, yeah, I didn't know even the island was in the Virgin Islands. Like that's where his island was located at, essentially.
I think it was. I believe it was around there. I guess that's what she's kind of, alluding to. So it's just interesting. I would like to know like a real reason why they say she got fired. Because
nigga, they ain't gonna give you no real reason.
That's what I'm saying. Like if there is a real reason, y'all should put the reason out. Because if not, then everybody's gonna run with the, hey, obviously she was on to something, and y'all let her go.
I mean, yeah, there's 9 times out of 10 that's what it was. It's just crazy to see that it was even beyond individual people. This was even banks. Like that's crazy, bro.
And then the same bank that dropped Kanye West.
It make me just think like the corruption is so like deep when it comes to like who's into like intertwine and stuff like that, bro. I don't see how anything could like ever become like justice or get like it really change. Like it's so many people involved. Like so they was talking about like the manifest or the like the stuff
Flight
that
logs,
was who was involved with Epstein essentially, bro. Like imagine that shit really come out from when I remember when I broke down and looked through the little logs and zoomed in on shit, bro. It was so many different celebrities. It was hundreds of like big, huge A-list, A plus list.
I think, but the thing with the flight thing is, you kind of have to narrow it down to. Not I said maybe the one you looked at, but I saw this other thing about it. You got to narrow down who flew to the island, right? Because he did have all these people that have these private jets. They do, I don't know, say whether they contract them out or whatever. Like people could just use them because when they're not using them to go, like say I want to go to Miami and I need a private jet, and I hit up a broker and this guy's leasing his jet, but obviously, there were a lot of people that were flying to the island. I'm not discounting that. There are a lot of people that was flying to that actual island. So it is weird. Like Ghislaine Maxwell's still alive. She's in a federal prison, probably living a cushy lifestyle, right? And for some reason, this book of these people that are a part of this, where's it at? Who are the names? Who are the people? Who's involved? Because it wasn't just Jeffrey. Yeah, you got to come on. You think it was only Jeffrey Epstein partaking in the children and all that, and him and Ghislaine. That's it. And Prince Andrew. That's only 3 people. That's it. Come on. Yeah, we got people in top government, top, black ops sites, whatever. Like, come on, man. The people ain't stupid no more. You probably could hide that shit back in the day, but now
you got to collapse like that was essentially collapse American like society, bro. Because it's bigger than government. It's Hollywood. It's everything. Like it'll be so many people intertwined with it, bro.
You think we just get out the nasty purse and keep it pushing? Like, hey, okay, bro, we got the senator over here from Oklahoma. We got this person from here. Get him out of here. Harvey Weinstein down. They still making movies.
Bro, when I say, bro, like, it's like names we care about, bro. Like old school, like not even like 90s and early 2000s, nigga, we care about, bro. Like,
well, shit. R. Kelly already got dropped. Bill Cosby ain't like we not immune to legendary niggas getting clips. I mean,
and no, I'm not saying I'm not opposed to it at all, but I'm saying like the belief of like the mindset of the average American, if they see that, I feel like we don't go back. Like it's hard to go back because it's gonna be banks, it's gonna be politicians, bro, big time presidents. You gotta think there's a portrait of Trump in this nigga house.
Let him know.
Not mistaken.
I think it was I thought it was a picture of Bill Clinton. It was somebody. I know there's a picture of somebody. I don't know if it's Bill Clinton or George Bush or some. There's a picture of some president in his house.
But it's more than just it's a couple, 2, 3, 4 presidents. If I'm being honest with you, and that's dating since the
not
90s,
Obama though.
Yeah, Chris Tucker.
Obama
bro,
good.
It was some big.
I ain't see Obama on no list. I ain't see no Obama on the list.
Who you talking about?
You might bring up hot dogs and all that type of shit.
Who you talking
hot
about?
dogs and whatever. I ain't see Obama
who
on
you
no
talking
list.
About?
You see Obama on the list? Show pull up the list. Where Obama at
He
on the
was
list?
he was on the. They got a picture of him on the
Picture of him
boat.
where? On the boat with who? Epstein?
It
Listen,
was.
Bryce about to
I
post some
think.
Photoshop shit.
Nah, they said they never could confirm it, but I'm gonna see if I can
Ah,
pull it
look,
up.
they could never confirm it. Look, they try to tear down the first
Of
black
course,
president.
they not
They
gonna.
letting all these white boys run around rock, but they try to get the first black president and get him out. Come on, man.
Oh
Fact check.
nah,
An
he
old
ain't.
vacation picture of the Obama family has been photoshopped. It has nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. Oh no, this is Reuters, so take it how you feel. Fact check. Another place. Claim that
Nah, that
Obama
hoe
gave
look
Jeffrey Epstein the
Photoshop.
Medal of Freedom is fake.
It said he was with George Clooney on the boat with him.
Yeah, see, I'm not surprised. They old school actors. He a billionaire. That's how that's how they get down. They
Nah,
freak nasty,
nah.
man.
I know all of them, bro. Like I said, I don't think he outside of it allegedly. I think, bro. Even I just think it'll mess up. Like it's like it'll give you X-ray vision of the lies and like the real shit that's going on. Like maybe people will ignore it, but I feel like you couldn't ignore like that's like a
I
culture
just
and
can't
not
believe there
just
ain't.
individual
I just can't
people.
believe there's not people out here that's really digging into it. There's got to be somebody that's like
They
undercover
get
right
killed.
now, like really trying to be low key and figure it out. Like
Bro, people
where
ain't
are the
figured it
girls at?
out.
Where are the girls at? Like all these girls who was a part of it, they just pointed at Epstein and Ghislaine. They didn't say no other celebrity names, no other government officials' names. Like I don't. I guess I'm curious about.
I didn't even know it was witnesses.
Shit. There ain't no. Like damn, where the girls at? They killed them.
I don't know.
It's
I
all
don't know.
alleged. We don't
I
know.
ain't heard shit about the case.
Mm.
I ain't heard nothing about the case. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
I just know the AG in the Virgin Islands. She pulled up a lawsuit on J.P. Morgan. A couple days later, she got sacked. That's all I'm saying. You could look into it,
But
read into it. So look, a J.P. Morgan spokeswoman declined to comment. I get it. I'm not going to say nothing either yet. We didn't get her fired. I don't know.
man, we already know we ain't seen massive ships of cocaine and things like that. But the thing about Maxine is her name or Maxwell? What's her name?
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yeah, Maxwell. She her father and essentially been doing stuff like that for the longest. And I feel like she was like a part of really maybe being a ringleader, if I'm being honest, because she had been shown different things from her father that's been known to do that. And supposedly she was with a dude that was just as rich before Epstein, and then they got divorced. And then once she got with Epstein,
Yeah,
it came. He basically.
she was a British socialite. Her daddy was rich. She went to nice private schools. She went to nice colleges. She was around all the rich people. Now, rich people do nasty, freaky, deaky, weird. What do y'all say? What's the word y'all use? Occultist type of things.
Yeah, man. It's a crazy topic because it's so massive. It's a global thing. Like as far as like the elites, we thought it was just it's just some popes and some nasty priests and shit like
Rest in
that.
peace, Pope Benedict, man.
Um,
I don't even know who he is. I don't even know who he is. I know he was a pope and he just died. That's all I know. R.I.P. Barbara Walters, man. R.I.P. Gangsta Boo. Ain't you rich,
but
D
yeah.
friend? See, we're talking about two, and I'm not saying I'm rich. Don't get me wrong, I'm not rich. But we're talking about two levels, not even two levels. They're probably like 12 levels ahead of as far as wealth of what I am. Just because you make a good, just because you have a nice living, you know what I'm saying? You make a
More than
nice little nest
12.
egg. Yeah, but that's like way more. Until they were like 50 steps ahead of wherever I'm, maybe even more than 50. But we're talking about elite of the elite. We're talking about people who like shit money. Like they're just like, money's not even a real thing to them. That's what I'm
Cause
talking about.
you gotta
I'm not like
think
if even like a millionaire. I'm like, oh, millionaires are running around. They might be, but like we're talking about the billionaires. We're talking about the come on.
like a person like Maxwell, she probably got overseas accounts and money that's stored in places from people she got blackmail on and all type of shit. They money stupid long. They money stupid long. But
You know,
ain't nobody competing with no damn pedos.
yeah, I'm not competing. I mean, I want the money, just not the other side effects of having the money. All right, so yeah, we just got to bring that up off the top, just something to look into. Just so, I wonder if there's any. Probably no. The 2023, they about to
I feel like
push that under the rug.
I just I don't know what's gonna be the big change. Like I don't know if it's gonna be some documentary or drop. I just don't see like anything changing, bro. Like
Snacking on steak and lobster. Come on.
you feel like even with like all this stuff that you kind of feel like that are conspiracy theories, do you even think there's a way for all this to come about in this society? Like, or is it like the media too strong?
I don't.
Like
I
Hollywood
think. I
too
think I was
strong?
watching. I was watching a Rizza Islam thing today. He did an interview on No Jumper, and I was watching that. So well, it's interesting. He said he was like I said, I don't know if this is true, but it all makes sense and it sounds like it's true. He was saying that's how like FBI and CIA have contracts with Hollywood, so they do things and show you things in movies. So when you see it happen in real life, you and like I said, it all makes sense. They show you these things in real life, so that when they happen, you're like, nah, that ain't real. That's some movie shit. That ain't real. So like, even if it came out, like think about this, like 3 years ago, a massive leak came out about all these people, politicians, banks, whatever, with all these offshore bank accounts and hiding money and doing this. And it was like it didn't really happen. This was supposed to be some big ass leak to expose all these people, Saudi billionaires, British
Oh,
billionaires,
nigga, I thought you were talking about
millionaires.
the movie.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like there was this big leak. There's this big leak. I don't know if WikiLeaks, somebody leaked it of all these offshore bank accounts, all this thing. It was like a blip because I felt people like, that's movie shit. That probably ain't real. So if this black book did come out without video and whatever, they'll probably just push it under the rug. Like, oh no, that never happened. I was never there. No, come on, that's fake shit. So it's like they probably could put it out, but are people going to take it seriously? That's the question.
I find it similar to like when it's like MLK, we end up like the courts basically admitted that the government had involvement in killing him. Like nothing really
FBI,
changed.
Malcolm X, Fred Hampton. Like, come on.
Even with Kennedy, it's like nothing really changed.
I mean,
Like
shit. Look at Snowfall. They was think about how less of a fuck they give about poor people, right? We're gonna pump this lethal addictive drug in the black community just so we can get money to fund a war in another country for our overall interest. I think they just think about that. That's like confirmed. Like I used to think that was all conspiracy theory, Dick Gregory bullshit. But that the fact that you find that's actually real is insane to me.
how you nigga, we wasn't making tons of cocaine in America.
No, I never really like thought about it. I was like, no, it's cocaine. It's like, I don't know. I thought like
That shit ain't made in America. It ain't even made in Mexico.
This is my thing. That's what I'm saying. I thought it was just like some black people had some connection with some Mexicans, and that's how I didn't know the actual government was like selling it to the people. Like I said, yeah, I think Mexicans and black people can link up and transfer from Mexico to here. I didn't know that the government was like a middleman facilitating to the inner cities in LA to
I
create
believe
crack and cocaine and shit like that.
during it's a conspiracy theory, but during Vietnam, a lot of cocaine was getting moved and transported in because they had it over there, I
Yeah,
believe.
because
And then also
was it the poppy plant or something like
poppy
that?
seeds, yeah. And then also the same thing happened when we was out there in South America and stuff like that, in Brazil and all that, whatever. Well, not Brazil, but just South America. But also they said in Iraq, like Iraq is known for like poppy seeds and stuff like that. And like it's
Is
not
it
really
poppy
talked
seeds? It's
about.
either poppy seeds or opium.
It's
Something. It's something.
poppy seeds are make opium.
The opium. Okay.
If I'm not mistaken. It's something like that. Maybe it's because I know poppy seeds or something else I feel like too, but I don't know. It's something like that. But yeah, I think even in Iraq, they got poppy seed fields and stuff like that. So I was like, a lot of this shit
The opium
is drug
opium
based.
poppy, I guess. The poppy plant.
It's
Okay, yeah.
I feel like a lot of the stuff, like I seen like a stat today. There was like America spent 150 billion or billion on illegal drugs and something like that. And I don't know what specifics that go into, but I'm pretty sure a bigger part of our economy is still a part of like infiltrating drugs or illegal things into it. And then like it's a form of washing money in a sense too. As
Let
a
me ask you
government, it's
this.
like
So since we see these things happen, right? Trail saying guns in the hood. What else do we say? The drugs, obviously, in the hood. Do you think that right now, I don't know if it's as bad as it's always been, or this is the worst it's ever been. I'm not sure. I don't know stats on whatever. Do you think that the government is participating in your? I'm sure I know what your answer is, but do you feel like the government is participating actively in the human trafficking thing that's going on right now?
oh yeah, I most definitely believe that. I like I said, we're gonna say allegedly when it comes to the Pizzagate thing, but I believe that was true. There was a lot of suspicious shit going on with the lingo and the the things they asked for at the time
Well,
and
see, I'm
places
just
they
talking about
wanted and stuff
like
like that.
I'm just
But
about like all the black
I
girls being, what I'm saying, and then sending them over to other countries and
but
Mexico and here and
that's
there
my thing. I feel
and
like
organ harvesting. That's what I'm talking
if
about.
we see the top people playing games like that, I feel like, or if it's even a theory, like obviously Biden's son and shit like that. They kid about him dibbling and dabbling in that in his laptop. I really feel like obviously other government people practice that. If we had a bro, fuck Pizzagate. It's a nigga that's on in the president's seat right motherfucking now. You can go on YouTube and look at him harassing and touching people inappropriately, consistently. And he was able to become a president, bro. Like, I feel like if that's able to happen, bro, they doing some other shit. And so, yeah, to answer your question with the harvesting, missing people, like, I feel like how they used to do drive-bys and shit, it's kind of similar. And what else I feel like could happen nowadays with this trafficking, with ISIS and stuff like that, because they get separated from their parents. Obviously, now these kids are like was in the camps for the, you know how they was in the camps for the longest with them badass space blankets, essentially them foil blankets they gave them, like they had shitty conditions, like all
I think
type of
some
shit,
kids
bro.
weren't getting. I think there was a story a couple. I don't know, it was a year ago during COVID or something like that. That there was kids that like parents that was like their kids was like just gone. They couldn't reconnect. Like they couldn't like, hey, where's my kid? I got arrested. He got arrested. Y'all split us up. And my kid is like nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if they've ever been found. I don't know how that worked. Did you release them in a foster? I don't know what happened, but there's a lot of shifty things going on, man, in the world. So I guess we can move that. That kind of spiraled into an entire conversation about just the world. So what do you? Okay, let me ask you this. What do you think? I'm gonna say the Tory shit for later. What do you think about the whole Andrew Tate thing? Because people think that's a conspiracy as well. People think Andrew Tate being arrested is also a form of, some type of conspiracy going on against him.
That's one of his favorite terms, the Matrix, bro. Once you get to a certain level and you speak a certain way that crossed the line, bro, essentially they ready to get rid of you. And I'm curious because I want to ask you this, and I guess we can answer the question more. But I feel like, is one man speaking up to like change like a few 10,000 kids, like say like Andrew Tate, talk about becoming an alpha male, best version of yourself. Like 1-2% of them may become millionaires. Other dudes may have a better mentality and do better for themselves. But like, how dangerous is that to me? But it's like
I mean, depending on what your
consistently,
agenda is.
it's just weird
Because
though,
you
bro.
gotta think that one guy infects them 10,000, then those 10,000 maybe not as influential as him, but they try to plant the seeds to another 100,000, and those seeds plant to 1,000,000, and those seeds plant to 1,000,000,000, and those if those seeds start getting planted, they don't want those seeds to be planted. So I mean, you see at the end of the day when I think this thing like you won't get canceled. I feel like you won't get canceled if you grow. I feel like at a certain steady pace and you garner a large audience. Like I said, could be completely wrong. They'll probably cancel you eventually. But when you grow at such an exponential speed and your influence is like very vast at that fast rate, they're scared of that because they don't know what to do. They don't know how to control you. They don't know how to entrap you. They don't know what. But he's like, how do you go from nobody knew what the fuck? Like, think about it like this. I saw DJ Academics interview him right a couple months ago in 2022, and then like literally like 2 months later, he was like the biggest thing in the world. Like when I saw Academics, I'm like, who the fuck? Why is Academics interviewing this fucking guy who's just on Fresh and Fit? Like, who the fuck is this? And then literally like 2 months later, he's like the biggest thing in the world. It's like that fast growth to the masses or to whoever's trying to manipulate and control or whatever is a scary thing. So he's like, I don't know if it's conspiracy. I don't know about this, him having OnlyFans and what they say he was trafficking. Now they say he's money laundering. We already seen what happened with the first time. That was a sham. So it only leaves us to believe that this time is also a sham. And then somebody else listened to, I don't know if maybe it was Fresh and Fit. I think the Fit guy, Myron, he was talking about how they looked it up and it's like a joint operation between like America, Britain, and Romania. It's like, why is America and Britain going after this guy? I don't know.
Bro, I hate to make this comparison because I know people take it out of context, but bro, every type of leader that is deemed on like pushing that narrative or pushing the line, bro, gets killed or canceled. Or somebody trying to make a leap to do something on their own, like you only can go so far, like before they feel like they gotta cap you out. Like it's weird how they do it, but it happened to Dave Chappelle to a degree when he first started. He started getting so big, and it was like, if you're gonna think your way and do things your way, then nah. Or you want this certain amount of money, then nah. It's like, I don't know, man. It's weird to put Andrew Tate because it's like he a TikToker, YouTuber, but they clearly feel that way. Like they clearly, because like yeah, he influential, but he not Martin Luther King, not Malcolm X, but it's like I guess he got a grip on the young kids, and
He had a grip on the youth. That's what it is. He had a grip on the youth. And
and
I was starting to read a book about the government and how their plan is they're not focused on me and you, right? They're not worried about us. Their focus is on the control of the youth. So if you can control the youth, you control the future, essentially. So if you got a guy who's not preaching what you would like them to preach, and he has control of the youth when you want control of the youth, then that's a problem.
yeah. Well,
So
I
that's
feel
where
like
it
what
comes into play.
so I feel like similar to like what Equal Rights did.
I know this
They
nigga ain't
like
just compare Andrew Tate to that. But like that's the thing too. Like, why I don't understand. Like, you could argue, you can honestly argue that in today's day and age, Andrew Tate to kids is more famous than Dave Chappelle. I don't even understand why you like if Andrew Tate was the most Googled person or most whatever searched up person for the however long he was popping, why is it out of the possibility to be like he's super famous, super well known? I just don't understand like you got billions of views on TikTok about Andrew Tate. Like, he was everywhere. We're seeing
Dave Chappelle
people.
ain't never been number one Google.
It's like I don't even understand how that's not even a. Now maybe you're saying like maybe the messaging is different. Dave Chappelle's messaging, his messaging is different, but just we're talking about just the influence on the youth. Who do you think was more influential to youth people, Dave Chappelle or Andrew Tate? Let's keep it a buck. Let's be honest.
So I got this Trojan horse theory, right? And it was similar to what I talked about back in the day of the slippery slope of like they pushing the gay stuff. Now they're gonna end up doing like pedophilia, and it was kind of crazy or whatever. But it's like they push this thing, and then I feel like they try to bundle other things into it as this like. First, it starts off as this innocent thing, but it comes with a narrative, it had like an ulterior motive. And I feel like it was the same thing with Me Too movement. Like I can't say it was a CIA op or it was an FBI op, but bro, I feel like that shit was a setup to make it easier for them to counsel people they want to. Because at first it started off as like an organic movement. Now it's this thing that you don't even need proof to convict somebody. And I feel like it was that Trojan horse of like, yeah, let's be behind women. Let's be behind people being wrong in Hollywood and stuff like that. But now it's like it's almost used as a weapon against certain people. And now that we used to that like culture, it don't look as crazy to people no more since we so used to it now. But I think it's a Trojan horse thing, bro, with that type of situation, with the Me Too, council culture, all that. It's like it come off as like, okay, cool, but then it ends up as censorship essentially. It end up as like you can't speak a certain way, you can't do this or you can't do that, especially if you're on the wrong side of the fence. So that Me Too movement end up training into nigga censorship. Like that's how dangerous that was, and that's the form of the Trojan horse, I guess I could say. And that shit was even more deadly than we even thought the Me Too movement could be. Because bro, canceling speech, bro, like you canceling most of the population. That's some different shit, bro. So I guess it is about just simple shit in life. It's like, bro, if you can preach freedom to people in their mind, that's just dangerous. We feel like it's more to life and shit like that, but nigga, just preaching freedom, bro. It's like, nigga, that's worth millions essentially, because that's what they like.
I mean,
Like they
I get
counseling niggas, he must be valuable.
I don't know, like as far as this is my introduction to Andrew Tate is like I see a couple like little clips about women and da. Like if she makes OnlyFans, what did you say? If she make OnlyFans, I deserve half of it because she's mine or whatever. That's one of the main clips I hear about women. But when I see like he comes across my TikTok, it's usually about like something about success or something about like I don't know. That's what I see. I'm not saying he doesn't say whatever he says about women or whatever. I'm talking about my personal experience with seeing Andrew Tate content on TikTok and shit like that. 'Cause that's mostly where people probably consume most of his content is through TikTok. But you know,
And I guess they really do feel like those views matter. And I mean, at the end of the day, bro, you see people get canceled or they should get demonetized. It's just that's what made me mad about people like with Kanye and the conversation with him. And like, why are you defending Kanye? He rich and shit like that. It's like, bro, if they can demonetize him for shit that he's saying, like, and then you don't feel that same thing happening to regular people, bro. It just seemed like they pushing that even more. It's like I just seen Pearly things talk about it. It was like, yeah, we constantly getting demonetized. Or many red pill people or many bro,
I say,
anybody,
don't
bro,
get
like
Flying Low started. Shit, he about to get started.
anybody that pushed the narrative, bro, is like at risk of getting demonetized. And it's like it's weird. And cause you, like we said, you go on Twitch and then you see them gambling or you see them doing other shit that's too provocative for probably the demographic on Twitch, but that shit don't get demonetized and stuff like that. Or they don't have the threats of getting strikes and stuff like that. But it seems like if you obviously with the COVID conversation, like if you speak a certain type of shit, bro, you're way more at risk than getting striked. And it don't have nothing really
You
to
can't even
do
cut.
with
Look, all this curse we be doing. This video's probably not gonna get monetized on YouTube. You can't even curse on YouTube anymore. I saw a little thing about that. They didn't want you cursing at all. It's like, bro, isn't there a reason why y'all? Isn't there a reason? This nigga flying a little stupid. Isn't there a reason why when I upload my video, you make me put, is this for children or is it for, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, it's not for kids. Like, there's a reason you tell me to put that. So now, like, okay, now you can't curse. It's like, okay, now I can't even, I'm just sitting here talking. I ain't even saying nothing bad. I'm just talking. But this is this for you, big dog. Miss Pearly said that. Miss Pearly said. That shit funny. I reacted to a video of her today. She was, she's doing her thing. There's some
that nigga Flying Low just be
sports.
hating. The hate being nigga spirit so hard.
Tate admitted trafficking women for profit and putting them on webcams in his own videos. The red pill talk is just a new money grab for him. He admitted trafficking women, or see, this is like. Let me ask y'all this. Like I said, that does sound bad, right? I get girlfriends, I convince them to do cams and da. But like, is that trafficking them, or is that like I get girlfriends and I put them on cams and they
trafficking
do
is against somebody.
Like I wouldn't do that, but like it's like the conversation I see where people are like Lakeith Stanfield is 30. He got a 23-year-old pregnant. He's nasty. Okay, we're kind of pushing the goalposts of like what's actually illegal into these terms. Like trying to make a 23-year-old woman into a kid to try to shame a 30-year-old because they have a baby is like, that's crazy. So.
Yeah, that's the woke culture, bro. They constantly pushing
like I said,
the goalposts.
Women, I don't think pimping women is bad. Like we can say pimping women, but like I think trafficking is like when I think of trafficking, I think of like, not maybe there's like a legal definition of trafficking, and pimping and trafficking is, I guess essentially pimping is trafficking, because if you get arrested for pimping, they are going to hit you with trafficking. So I guess now when I think about it in totality, you could say that I guess those are the similar things. Because like I said, if you get arrested for pimping and you got girls in your stable, they're going to hit you with sex trafficking.
So I don't know if that's true necessarily with the
they
prostitution and trafficking.
They will. They hit you with trafficking.
I don't know about the trafficking.
I'm telling you, if you get caught pimping, is that trafficking? Okay, here we go. Pandering versus trafficking. Well, pandering doesn't have involve an exchange of money. Pimping always involves transaction of money. Hold on, my bad. Let me see. So pandering, pimping, and sex trafficking are all third-party sex crimes that involve the inducement of another person into sexual activity for commercial purposes. I guess, okay, so trafficking is, I guess you could say that. So getting a person to do webcam is essentially trafficking in that term, I guess. So each charge is different with varying penalties. This is in Nebraska. In Nebraska state law, however, it is unusual for an individual who's charged with one of these crimes to be charged with the others as well, since there is some overlap between the offenses. So what's trafficking exactly? So trafficking, sex trafficking can occur when someone deprives the personal liberty of an individual against his or her will. Okay, so sex trafficking is doing it against somebody's will. This is done with the intent to benefit monetarily by selling the person to perform sexual acts for others. It can involve pandering or pimping of an involuntary participant to begin with and lead to involuntary servitude. Okay, so essentially, pimping is voluntary. She's willing to do it, and trafficking is making somebody do it against their will.
Yeah, pimping is a broad term in a sense, because you can pimp somebody with their will or against their will, essentially. So that's kind of the difference. But I mean, if you're gonna allow OnlyFans and you're gonna allow dozens of women to do OnlyFans in your country, if somebody's willing to help them come up with a formula to make more money, and he just gets some on the side, I don't see where's the problem,
Well, I
especially
guess
if
T.
it's legal for
Davis is
OnlyFans.
saying it's pretty much like he's tricking them into. I'm saying
Them
he said
women
he
was
makes
already
them
doing
sign.
OnlyFans.
He said he makes them sign fake tax forms, tells them he's paying their taxes, but he doesn't pay shit. His words. So I guess he's like tricking them into doing webcam. I
Well, if
guess.
that's the case, they would be getting him on tax evasion or tax like fraud or like some shit like that. It wouldn't have nothing to do with trafficking. But yeah, I don't know. If they want to do OnlyFans, and most of them girls is already doing OnlyFans, and he basically hit them with the scenario of like, hey, I can help you get more money because I know what men really like. And he even said that he was like, most of them women never even had to show. I think he said that he was like, none of them actually got naked. Like they was in bra, two-piece shit like that. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. If it's some stuff dealing with his taxes, that's a whole nother conversation. But
There's money laundering on there as well. So we'll see whatever they said. They seized like $10 million or some shit like that. From what I was
yeah, but
reading,
I mean, shit, if they already canceled your bank account, of course you're gonna keep cash.
they canceled his bank account.
Last time I
Oh,
think they
like in
seized them.
America, maybe like internationally, like he can get bank accounts probably anywhere in
But
the world.
still, shit, if you getting your shit seized, nigga, you ain't about to play around with people. You need cash. Cash is king, shit. In the council culture, long as we got cash, nigga. If you get counseled and you rich, you better keep it on you because they can even get to them accounts these days.
Mm.
So yeah, get you a safe and shit like that. But I ain't even gonna lie, bro. It even go into like this world just be nasty, bro. Because of with like power, niggas being mad with people getting power because even with them crypto dudes, a bunch of them crypto dudes are getting killed.
They start dying off one by one. Bro, we gotta. You getting a lot of narratives pushed on you, man. Are these your role models, man? They say you got a sick red pill role models. I don't know who are your red pill role models?
I don't have any red pill role models. What are we talking about? I don't even watch what's the girl name Pearls or
Oh,
Tate
that's what we
unless
say.
she's on
Okay,
TikTok.
Tate Pearl, Kevin Simmons, rest in peace to him. But yeah,
Bro, I'm not entertaining them.
bro, Flying Low want to have a real debate about red pill shit. I remember when I was watching y'all in the chat, he was like very passionate about like his.
He
I know
just
the
be
underground red pill. I was like, all right, nah, we got you. I know the real red pill. You know
these
the
niggas
commercial.
at it
It's like it's
every.
like it's like hip hop. It's like you only like mainstream rap. You don't like the. All right, bro. You got it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I ain't got the deep knowledge into the community, man. I'm
Them
sorry.
niggas at it every week, bro. I can't, bro.
And look at Trail trying to get. Bro, Trail be sending me. Let me say this real quick. I just want to talk about this. Salute you for sending me shit because some shit I do actually fuck with, like the information, the stories you be sending me. But sometimes you be sending me shit. I be like, bro, I do not give a fuck about that. Why do people care? He sent me some shit about this rapper. He's not even a big fucking rapper. Boston Richie exposed by Kodak Black's artist, who was like, who the fuck is Kodak Black's artist for snitch? I'm like, why do people care about shit like that? I was like, bro, the rap media landscape is like the whole snitching epidemic of, especially of like no name ass rappers. Like, bro, why do I care about that? Why does
Goofy, bro.
anybody care about that? Like
Goofy,
Gunna,
bro.
you can talk about Gunna's obviously a big rapper, it's a big case, but like Boston Richie and NFL Toon Boy, like who cares about these people? Like, why are we discussing this? Why is this a story? Like, I get it, he got a
Goofy.
song with Future, but like, bro, who really cares about uh Boston Richie and if he's snitching or not? But people care.
I don't even be knowing what's real life no more. So I just be minding my business. Like y'all niggas can't be for real, bro. But niggas
Boston
be
Richie is
dead
one of the
ass.
top up and coming rappers. He had one song with Future. Like when we say top up and coming, like top up and coming, like
He had a song with Lil Durk
he got,
too.
but like top. What's it? I know the song with Lil Baby. What's the song with Lil Baby? And if I do know it, I probably know. And I even
I
know the
said Lil
song with
Durk. I
Future.
said
Oh,
Lil
look,
Durk.
I don't even know the fucking song. And who's the most memorable shit? Him or them? So you got some feature with some people, but like, are you the most memorable part of your song? I don't think that means you up and coming. Do people fuck with you a little bit? Yeah, but like, this nigga ain't no
Boston
big time
snitching.
rapper. Like, come on. He got me. I don't care. Like, this thing too. He has music with half your favorite rappers. Is he dominating them niggas? Like when I talk about Lil Baby with Drake and J. Cole, he's not saying he's dominating them, but he's in the league with them niggas.
That nigga paying for features.
Like, bro, Future got songs with niggas I don't know who they are. Like, come on. He got a song with Lil Baby. He's in Atlanta. I'm assuming that's where Boston Richie is. I'm assuming he's signed to somebody who can get him these features. That don't mean it's a perception thing these niggas trying to build. Boston Richie most likely would not have been a nigga that's been talked about 3 years from now. Like, stop it. Come on. Anyways, I don't care about that narrative anymore. You gotta date with new music, but I don't listen to bullshit. I don't got time to listen to bullshit. Send me some shit that's actually good and rolling. Don't send me nigga up and coming. I'm not the underground guy. I'm not here to catch niggas on the way up. Catch me when they done made it. I'm not a scout. I'm a nigga say, oh, he's here, he's made it. So that's
they said Andrew Tate could be up in there until about 30 days.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's crazy. No bail because of the type of offenses.
The type of shit there. Anyways, I told myself I'm gonna respond to chat shit this year, but I got to. Niggas mad Uzi was in the top 10 list. Bro, like I told y'all. I already told y'all, I gave y'all a deadline. It's January 3rd. By January 15th, the I Wanna Rock shit, nobody's gonna give a fuck about. They're just not gonna give a fuck about it. They're just not. That shit here today, gone tomorrow. Nobody's gonna give a fuck about that song. It was big, it had a moment, but nobody's gonna give a fuck. Like I said, I'm not here for niggas on the come up. If Boston Richie's fire in 2 years, I'm like, oh shit, okay, now he's made it. Like I said, I'm not a scout. I'm a nigga who's when you already. I'm not a scout.
You say I'm a coach. I'm
not looking for niggas in high school. I'm not looking for niggas in college. Tell me when you in the NFL and you putting up numbers. That's who I am. I'm not looking for niggas in the bottom. I'm not looking for the next biggest shining star. I'm not a recruit. I'm not an A&R. I'm not none of that shit.
I ain't putting no practice players on the fantasy team.
I'm not looking for practice squad niggas. I'm not looking for niggas to sign for signing day. No, I'm looking for niggas who are in the league. I'm sorry. That's me. I'm
trying to win now.
That's what I'm saying. So shit. Anyways, Andrew Tate, that's what we got. We'll see what happens to him in 30 days. 2023 is probably gonna be a crazy year when it comes to that. So let's get to Bars, I gotta know, man. With all this new how the fuck would I Wanna Rock die out if Uzi's album drops mid-February? I think that shit's dead right now. Like I don't think niggas care about that song right now. Like it was fun. Like there was a little TikTok. Niggas wanna rock. I wanna rock. Like who did? I don't see niggas on TikTok doing that shit no more. That was a TikTok trend. Like, come on, what are we talking about? That was a TikTok trend. Like I said, maybe in Philly, maybe in New York with shout out Michael, maybe up there, them niggas they jiving to it and all that. But like, I don't know. I'm in the South. Niggas in the South, they going crazy for that shit. I don't know. Maybe I'm bugging.
Wardo. In real life, you fuck with that song? In real life.
No, he doesn't.
But they
like, come on. Kai Cenat made that shit cool on Twitch. Uzi did the video in New York. It was popping for that little time. Man, who gives a fuck? It's like Munch. Like, who gives a fuck? The beat is hard as it's like, wait, whatever. Anyways.
See, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. So I think the problem with me, maybe different. I think we a rap podcast. You niggas like music. We ain't talking about music. We talking about rap. Like Lil Uzi a rapper in our eyes. So we talking about
it's not even that. It's not even that. Because EXO Tour Life isn't something crazy, but we can acknowledge EXO Tour Life was a massive record. This is a massive moment in time for like a month and a half to 2 months. But it's not no shit is gonna last the entire. It isn't like Roddy Ricch, The Box, The Baby, Rockstar. Like it's a moment. Ain't nothing wrong with getting a moment. He probably should have dropped his album around the moment. Like I get it, you're trying to create a buzz, you're trying to get shit rocking again. I look at it like that Futsal Shuffle shit, but it was bigger than that. But it's like the Futsal Shuffle shit. It's like he made a dance, he made a record, it did go on TikTok, and it's here today. It's gonna be gone tomorrow. Like that's it. That's it.
It's not a real song, like unless you're gonna talk about dance music.
It's just to get and I get it, I respect it. You're trying to get a buzz. You're trying to get shit back work. You're trying to drop an album. It's like, Drake dropping fucking what's the song Drake dropped? It's just like it's like Drake dropping. What's that record he dropped with the TikTok shit? Left foot slide, do it how we do it. I'm a right. Whatever the fuck that song was called, I forgot what it was called. It's just like that. Like it's whatever. Am I gonna be like, that's Drake's big hit, takeout hit? Like, no, bro, he's trying to create a moment. That's it.
You new kids is different, bro. This nigga said Munch at 10. You new kids is different, bro. I can't even. Okay, bro.
That's what I
Even
said.
with
I said it's
me
not
saying
popular.
Kendrick being mid, that shit is 10 times better than Munch. Fuck are we talking about?
No,
bro?
see, impactful. Like it was like 2 months that shit, right? And I thought, and y'all said the list was like what you like. Now y'all talking about impactful. Even impact, like yeah, it had 2 months. That song had 2 months, and now nobody gives a fuck about it, except for I guess y'all. Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, 2 months and it's gone. It's like Munch. It's like, oh, this is viral and it's gone. Like,
I see what the fuck you talking about now.
But anyways. I think Ward is trying to get us to promote his podcast. That's what he's doing. Y'all go check out the top 10. I like bro. He said originally, name the 10 songs you like. And I like N95. But then when them niggas turn into some fucking competition, I'm like, oh, it's a competition. Okay. Actually, if that's the case, I might as well put Harry Styles, whatever that song is, out the biggest song of the year. Y'all putting Bad Bunny on shit. I'm like, oh, we're doing just the biggest songs of the year. I could put Taylor Swift on there or something. Like I didn't know that's what we were doing. I thought I was like, what's your favorite songs? And then it turned into some other shit. And that's why I switched up my entire list. Because Puffin' on Zooties was my number 1 song. Keep Going was my number 2 song. Like I had all my favorite records from my Spotify Wrapped. I'm gonna name these records right here. But y'all turned into this whole other, and I gotta switch up now. Because the narrative at the end is gonna be who had the best list of the top impact. Okay, now I gotta switch shit up. But anyways,
I don't give a fuck. I'm die happy knowing that Munch wasn't on my list and FNF wasn't number 1 or top 5. I'm sorry, bro.
Now FNF was a big record, but I put it at number 10. But
no, still. I understand it being a big record, but bro, come on. There's so much other better music out there. To me,
even you. This is what I'm saying. Like you shitting on Keep Going. If you listen to Keep Going, you listen to 21 rapping and Lil Durk rapping. I don't even know how you can like. How this can even be a conversation? Now you're talking about impactful. Maybe it's not the most impactful, but that's just definitely better than Uzi shit. 10 to 10. A lot of shit on them niggas list. Like as far as what's better, like that song's better than them songs. Puffin' on Zooties. I'm not saying if it's. Well, actually, I like Puffin' on Zooties more. I don't know. Like it's a vibe to me. Wait For You is a great record. I can acknowledge it's like the biggest record of the year. But what I would rather listen to on a day-to-day basis, Puffin' on Zooties. So, anyways, that was a nice little rant to start off the 2023. I'm sure there'll be more of those to come throughout the year. But you want to pop? Hey man, it's looking bad for you, man. I see you on your streams, man. I see you looking through the evidence. It ain't looking good for your boy. So now that all the evidence is out, right? Do you see why at least the jury found him guilty? You see how they could come to that conclusion of guilty?
Emotionally, yeah, but beyond reasonable doubt, no, not really.
And why is that? Based on
the only out of the 47 pieces of evidence, they had the phone call and a text message to Megan, which is an assumption. It's still an assumption because he couldn't have been apologized for anything. The other piece of evidence was Kelsey's testimony, which I really feel like was the biggest thing, the 80 minutes that they let go, which I feel like was, I mean, obviously they did it for certain reasons, but at the end of the day, when this girl is shown to be a liar, said that she lied about that stuff, I feel like that was probably the biggest thing overall. And then the tweet or Instagram post saying that Kelsey didn't do it. But once again, all that shit to me, that still ain't beyond a reasonable doubt. No physical evidence.
It's all circumstantial. So you feel it's all circumstantial evidence, pretty much. So it's like it's there, but like is that pin him to anything? That's pretty much what you
Yeah. None of the physical evidence pointed to him. It just kind of like showed the environment and what happened as far as blood being in the car, the gun being unloaded, shit like that, but no evidence that they presented of 47 directly. Like,
well, I don't think all 47 has to point to you. We're just bringing up situations.
But
painting the timeline.
Out of 47 pieces, nothing directly pointed to him. That's what I'm saying. And if you was gonna have and I would say at least like I said, it was really only 5 outside of those 5 things. Like, so it would have been 42 to maybe like 30 plus was just evidence built around like, oh, this is them getting pulled out of the car. This is the blood in the car. This is them like so it's like to me, or this is the phone call, but they don't really have
They gotta
nothing on
set the
there.
scene, man. They gotta set the scene.
No,
They gotta,
and I'm fine with that. But you might need to have 90 if we're gonna talk about a legitimate case. Like if you're gonna have 47 of that, and I feel like most of that shit was irrelevant, I need at least another 40 of some reliable shit pointing to him. But that's how I ultimately feel. Did
that's
you? What did
I
you?
think that's the biggest thing right there. Really, the witness saying saw Tory with the gun. I think that's what ultimately probably sealed his fate that day. 'Cause like I said, there's no way that his defense team thought that guy was going to say that because he wouldn't be their witness. He would have been the prosecution's witness if that was the case. Like, oh, we know you're going to say this. Like, you're our witness. So it's like, y'all try to get me on waving the gun. I'm waving the gun. It's like, oh, fuck, you got you. You're done for, buddy. You know. And that's all we. If that's what the judge is instructing us on, like, hey, you got to find that he has this weapon. Do y'all believe this?
Then if that's the, to me, if that was the case, you should got like 1 or 3. But the assault with a semi-automatic, you can't prove that. You can't prove that when the witness also said Kelsey shot. Now him possessing the gun, understand that.
Well, I was reading that assault just has to be like the threat of it. It doesn't have to like I'm actually trying to shoot you. And him shooting
But
the gun, I guess, would be a threat.
if somebody else shot her and she could have possibly got hurt by that, or somebody else shot too, it's like, how can you directly prove that he did it just because he had the gun? Like,
I think it's just like I always say, it's just because he's the only one that's on trial.
which I mean, yeah, we already beat that horse to death and saying that's a travesty in itself. But now that's like I said, I can understand 1 out of 3. If we talking about just being fair, like I get all that shit being the reality, and that's how it came out to be. And of course, he got 3-0. But in reality, I mean, if it was a fair world, I feel like if even we were gonna go off what the witness said, 1 out of 3.
I mean, like I said, I typically agree with you because I said like if that was me and I'm like, this is what y'all got. Y'all got a girl saying on the stand that she didn't do whatever, and then she lied. Now she's saying she didn't even see what happened. And now you want to play the 80-minute because my lawyer said some stupid shit, and it's like, y'all gonna get me on that? Goddamn! All right, come on now. Like if I was Tory, I'd be like, damn. But I guess like that. I think it's that. I guess that witness man saying he had the gun, and I guess that was a. I would love for a jury to do an interview. I'd really like to know. That's why I think whoever did these things, these videos, street TV, maybe Milagro, whoever. I need them to find a jury. Like what was the fight? That's what I needed. I need to know that. That's the one final piece of this that'll like bring it all together for me. When y'all were in the jury's room, what were the decisive pieces of testimony, the decisive piece of evidence that led y'all to the 3-0 guilty? I think that would be very interesting to know. What made y'all say the guilty? Did they go, oh, Kelsey's 80-minute testimony? They'd be like, well, shit, she said that wasn't true. So like, why y'all bring that? Why is that why is that the nail in my coffin? But I don't think they're gonna do that. But it would be interesting to see them like, hey, this is why we found him guilty. What piece of evidence did y'all see? Was the phone calls? Was the text messages? I think that'd be interesting. If you get found guilty on one, then basically you're guilty of them all.
That's not necessarily. That's not
fair world. Though. Come on, man. R. Kelly was freed the first time. OJ got off with clear murder. It's not always fair.
Well, it wasn't clear if he got off. If if it was a clear murder, he wouldn't have got off. That's how reality works.
How the fuck did the judge see all that bullshit for 9 days and still 3-0 Tory? Well, look, the judge didn't 3-0 Tory. The jury. Did you say jury? You said judge. Yeah, the judge didn't 3-0 Tory. The jury 3-0 Tory, not the judge. Anyways, I thought he was going to get off based on Milagro reporting, but that witness saying he say Tory shot was crazy. Yeah, that's how it goes, man. So all the evidence is out that they used and they presented. It was interesting to watch and see.
Kelsey shot that girl, man.
We'll see what happens. What did they say? This January 27th is when he gets sentenced. I'm gonna do an early prediction right now. I'm gonna predict 5 to 10. 5 to 10. I don't think it's gonna be I don't think they'll give him a 20 ball. I don't think they're gonna hit him with the big 20. I say about 5 to 10. And then he's gonna get deported once he gets out. Which maybe when he gets out, he can still get money,
I believe Kelsey shot that girl, man.
8 to 15. Why ain't do take the stand and say what happened? There's a lot of questions. There's a lot of questions on Tory's side. Why did the bodyguard not show up? Why didn't he come? Like, you're the other motherfucker in the car. And you can speculate that because it's too damning for Tory, or you can speculate they thought they had it in the bag. Who knows?
If it was too damning for Tory, why wasn't he on the prosecution defense?
That's a good question too. Maybe they just
I
maybe
mean,
they assume that since he's Tory's bodyguard, they maybe assume he's gonna lie. I don't know.
that shit was fishy from the jump, bro.
And then
This whole
to make
case
it
is
look
fishy.
bad worse, he comes the last day. Why is he coming the last day?
Bro, and
You should
I
have been here from
did
the
a
jump.
I did a whole 3-hour video about this shit, bro. We didn't even get a testimony from the nigga. Fuck him showing up to court. Bro, he
What
had
did he
2
say about
years
the
to
night?
get we had 2 years to get a report from this man. Fuck him showing up. We never got nothing. That shit, bro, is weird, bro. Everything about this case is very fucking weird. It seems like, I ain't gonna lie to you, it seems like some Hollywood script. And look, hey, this is my conspiracy theory. Give me a motherfucking horn. Fuck Rock Nation, nigga. If you offend these niggas, like we said with Andrew Tate, they're gonna find a way to get you the fuck up out of here. And I feel like it's a punishment, bro. You gotta sign up for it's like a mob ties. Like, you gotta go sit in that car and take that ride.
Trolling.
I'm dead ass.
But like, why Tory Lanez? Don't you think there's other more prominent niggas that deny Rock Nation?
No, I'm saying fuck Rock Nation. Outside.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Outside of Rock Nation, bro. I feel like this shit is like, if you do some shit, and so say you sign these contracts, it's like not signing your life away to the devil, but you sign your life away to them essentially. You do something wrong, bro. You gotta basically publicly get embarrassed and publicly get shamed and set your ass down somewhere. I really feel like that shit, bro. It happened to many of these celebrities. And I feel like this is an example to that shit, bro.
You know what I heard? I heard that, let's just say this. Allegedly, Diddy was trying to sign him to Revolt for Quarantine Radio, but he ended up going to MTV. He ended up going to the white man. What y'all think about that? Was it Diddy? No, I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking Diddy ain't do that. I'm fucking with you. I'm gonna get niggas all riled up. Like, was it Diddy? I just want to see what y'all gonna say.
Because I feel like it's like a society thing, bro. I feel like it happened with Dave Chappelle, where it's like,
hey, creative process grilling you. I don't know who that is, but they grilling you.
You gotta go sit down.
Why you think
what
he did? About? Bro, just admit you want to shoot a woman and get away with that. Where's that logic come? Golly.
How they grilling me? How is that grilling? Like, what are we talking about?
Just admit you want to shoot a woman, and where's that logic come from?
Because I think another woman shot her, like shot Tory. I mean,
right, just admit you want to shoot women and get away with it, man. That's your agenda. You want to shoot women and get away with it.
Nah, but I feel like Tory, because it's like, I feel like he had to sign up for this dumb shit. Like, not even sign up. I think he had to participate in this dumb shit. I really do, bro. Like, the fact that he didn't speak up, the fact that he never gave a testimony, it's like, bro, you messed up, and now you got to pay this, like, this tax, bro. And I think it's similar to what Andrew Tate said. He was like, bro, you either, the first warning is like cancellation, the next warning is jail, and the next warning after that is death. And I feel like it's something to do with that to a degree. It's like, if you cross the line, and I don't know what his first cross of the line, the second cross of the line may have been, but I feel like it's something to do with that shit, bro. And I honestly do. I feel like almost Michael Jackson, Dave Chappelle, like Tiger Woods, like, it's Kobe Bryant. Like, it's no reason that the media should go at these people like that, but I feel like it's something about them.
See, that's what the Tory Lanez one always like falls to me. It's like, look at the niggas you just named.
Hey, man.
And like, look at the niggas you just named. Hey, you said Kobe Bryant, Dave Chappelle. We talking about Tory Lanez. Like, even Ward's saying Jay-Z tried to sign Tory. Like, come on, bro. We're not doing this for Tory Lanez.
It happened to many people, though. It's not just him, though. It's happened to many people that got
like, niggas bringing up Michael Jackson, like,
but that's just like
Bill Cosby. Like,
whatever,
come on,
bro. Whatever, bro.
I get Tory Lanez.
It's annoying that that's your argument. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Like y'all, but your argument is they're trying to consider Tory Lanez.
I'm using them as an example, bro. Like there's millions of other people on lesser levels that's a B-list celebrity, C-list celebrity. I'm not gonna think of them off the top of my fucking mind. Like, come on, bro. There's many people. Let's be realistic, bro. You want to of course I said them. I'm trying to give the examples of the best.
This ain't just nigga. Bro. This is not just your narrative, nigga. Right. Everybody be saying this shit.
But it's many niggas that get canceled for offending people, bro. We seeing this constantly. What are we talking about?
Name me a lesser nigga.
We talk about niggas get canceled for the last 3-4 years, and now we about to say who?
Who? And we're canceled for not signing record deals or canceled for saying some shit on social media?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I just think you fuck up. They got all the measures to do what they need to do to get you up out of here. I think it's a mob tie shit, bro. I really do. They willingly participate in this game, bro. And it's like they drew a foul, bro. Now you gotta go sit in the penalty box. Like that's the game they play. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying it's some crazy conspiracy. I ain't saying you could be a top nigga, you could be a regular nigga. But if you draw a penalty inside of this game of celebrityhood, and you got to think about, like we said with Andrew Tate, who gives a we don't really think Andrew Tate's that popular, but the fact that the fact that you're a celebrity, bro, you a pawn in this society.
Let me say this: this hold on.
You're a pawn in
this way more sense.
But I'm just
society. Go ahead.
When you're a celebrity, you're a pawn in this society, and you have a certain level of power. You have a certain level of platform, and I feel like it's granted to you. And to be real, bro, you see it on a YouTube level. You're going to see it on many different levels, bro. I really feel like the people that get the blow up big, they get a certain nod. And call me crazy. If you fuck up once you get that certain nod, they got their effective ways to getting you out of here. Like, it's simple. But that's all I was going to say.
Okay, so let me say this with the whole Rock Nation conspiracy. The thing that make more sense to me, if I'm going to have a Rock Nation conspiracy, well, not that they set up a shooting to get Tory Lanez and da-da-da, right? I feel like the shooting happened, and let's say we don't know who did it. Maybe Kelsey did do it. And then after the fact, to make their artist not look bad, which is Meg Thee Stallion, they talked to the guy to get Tory put away. That to me makes more sense. If I was gonna rock with a conspiracy, that one I would be like, that makes more sense. Because we don't want this guy to get not guilty because Meg's gonna look bad. She's our woman, right? Atlanta got Cardi B. Whoever got Nicki Minaj got Nicki Minaj. Rock Nation, we got Meg. This is what other girl we gonna get? So like. That makes sense. Like, if Desiree Perry really met up with him in the prosecutor box and maybe gave the guy a little money allegedly, that make more sense than like we're gonna set Tory up from the jump. It make more sense to set the nigga up after. That's for me.
So I'll give you the examples because it takes me a minute to think. You asked the levels of like people that tried to get counsel that wasn't as relevant. This nigga B.O.B. brought up Flat Earth and they brought out Bill Nye, the science guy, to come at this nigga and Neil deGrasse Tyson. Like. They was like, wait, what? Like you because you remember Flat Earth was a movement. Like it had a little wave in like 2019, 2018. B.O.B. started pushing that shit. Got canceled. They tried to start getting him out of here, start calling him all type of stupid, crazy, all this type of shit. Flip side, Kyrie's a lot bigger. But if Flat Earth is so fucking stupid, why are y'all so invested in getting rid of him and that narrative and trying to make him seem stupid? Like, why do y'all care? If people think Flat Earth stupid, they're gonna come to their own conclusion. But media clearly tried to push that shit, and ever since then, they ain't really been fucking with Kyrie. And
yeah, but I mean, we're comparing a guy spouting an idea and then scientists debating a famous person about an idea to like, hey, this guy didn't. And like I said, you're not saying this. Warder's pretty much saying this. This guy didn't sign to my label. I'm gonna set him up to go to prison for 20 years for a shooting. Canceling you for ideas, that's a different conversation. Or being mad about
that's the beginning, though.
Crazy,
that's
whatever,
the beginning, though. If B.O.B. kept pushing the button, if Kyrie keep pushing the button, we already know where that's gonna go. Like they sent the agents, they sent Bill Nye, and that's the friendly warning. Like, all right, nigga, bag up. That ain't how we rock around here. Nigga,
so what do you think
B.O.B. kept pushing that button? Come on,
what
bro.
do you think would have been B.O.B.'s final destination?
He's not that big, but they were gonna keep blackballing him, or doing whatever they had to do to him. But I don't know. But let's use Kyrie for a better example, since he got more to lose. If Kyrie kept pushing that button of Flat Earth and actually bringing up shit, Like, bro, they would have been heavily mad at this nigga and tried to get him off of there, bro.
I don't know. I feel like these are two different
But
things.
you asking me why would they cancel somebody that's like
No, going to
irrelevant or
prison is not
small to a
canceling.
degree?
The canceling and setting a nigga up to go to prison is two different things.
Nigga, that's the next step. Like,
So
nigga,
what? So why did Tory never get? So Tory's step was like auto death. Like pretty much this is death for him. He didn't get, maybe let's talk this nigga. We don't like quarantine radio. They shaking too much ass. Let's do this. Like they went straight to put this nigga away.
Bro, everybody don't get the same grace.
Like I said,
Like,
if I was gonna believe in conspiracy, it'd be more like Rock Nation's like, bro, we cannot let this nigga be not guilty. Maybe Meg's friend, we don't even know. We don't know if Meg shot if Meg's friend shot or he shot, but she pointed at him. We gotta make sure he's the one that's guilty. I feel like that, in my mind, would make more sense than like we go set this nigga up because he didn't sign with Rock Nation.
I seen what Wardu said. People started joking about BLB. Like, oh, he don't talk about conspiracy theories no more. They don't talk about that no more. Like, which he still do, but whatever, man. All I know is I seen when you offend them, they come at you. And that's just the first step. As the hate mob and them putting you on the side of the fence, like they're gonna put up some blogs, they're gonna put up some things. It's like, hey, it's like the NFL. They're not gonna just trade a nigga. They're gonna be like, oh, this person got into an argument in the locker room. They're gonna get the public on the side of not being on this person. Like, oh, I get why we traded him. He was a disgruntled person, even though they ain't got shit to do with it. They just don't want to pay this nigga contract. Like, same with Draymond Green. The reason that shit got leaked is because they don't want him to give him a big ass contract, even though they still want the nigga on the team. So that's what they do with these people. They get the blogs out, they get the council culture out, and they get the public to be like, oh, this person is a rebel, this person's an outsider, this person's an outcast. That's just the first step. That's what Andrew Tate was talking about. And I've seen that in the spiritual community, bro, because nigga, they don't play with them. I seen a lady with like 10K. She get like 500 followers a day. 500 views a day out of here. Tiffany Messenger. And she used to talk about fairies and portals and shit like that. Got her the fuck up out of here. And bro, they don't play with
who got her out of here?
YouTube counseled her off the platform.
She was talking about fairies and portals.
I bullshit you not. Nothing else. Not no terrorist attack, not no Sandy Hook. She was a very lighthearted person. She was no different than the what's the name, dude, that we used to fuck, I forgot. I just watched that nigga name. Infinite Waters. Almost similar to that nigga almost.
I forgot you used to watch that nigga. Infinite Waters.
Hey, my boy used to go
be in the bushes. Infinite Waters. I'm like, Bryce, what the fuck are you watching?
But so when you talk about the council,
okay, if I'm rolling with you, Tory just got the most extreme version of cancel culture.
No, bro, Cosby out in jail, R. Kelly in jail. I think.
But like doing those things aren't canceling you. That's like you should be in jail.
No, but the thing is, they was playing that game that all them other niggas playing. That's what niggas be failing to realize. Everybody else in Hollywood doing that same shit to the same degrees. We just was talking about it's funny how conversations be talking. We were just talking about the black books and all that shit.
It's not that they're not doing nasty shit. It's just that not saying you're mad,
but
you're making a point. You're making a point that they're being called out because they're not following.
It's a direct attack. It's a
if you follow the line, you're allowed to act like Cosby and R. Kelly. But if you don't follow the line, that's pretty much what you're.
Essentially,
that's the road you're taking me down.
Essentially, and that's about being a celebrity, bro. Because like once you, well, I don't know if it's an intentional contract or unintentional contract, but you best believe if you become a celebrity, you have a different platform on how you should approach the public and have a conversation with them. And if you choose to have dangerous conversations, shit, you've seen some of the greatest people get killed. That's all I gotta say. This shit been going on for forever, bro. But I'm not trying to say I believe Tory Lanez is this fucking saint or like anything, but it seems like it just, and I'm really just speaking of how crazy that trial was. I really think that's some Hollywood script shit. And he had to play the role and go sit the fuck down. Just like how that dude said Epstein might not be dead. Like he just had to go play the role, sit down, you in punishment. You can no longer live by the name of Epstein. Because these niggas be having second names in the first place. They'd be like, Tupac is dead, but whatever Shakur somewhere in Colombia. Like you had to get rid of that name. That persona had to die or shit like that. That's what if we really want to get too deep. But I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, I don't get into this shit much because people minds can't really gravitate and hold these type of thoughts in. But I really think that trial was all types of weird from the jump, bro. And I will never. Even you can say the OJ shit. Maybe that shit was some fucking trial shit too. OJ, this great dude, might be a little too good. You're dating all women. You're running all over every country. I'm just bullshit. He breaking all the records. I don't know. And then you gotta go sit down. But even with
is there let me ask you this: is there? So you think what's his name is guilty, right? You think like Cosby they were guilty, and R. Kelly?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I couldn't say either way. Looking at the.
So do you, so, okay, let's say for black celebrities. Do you feel like that's pretty much kind of like the it's not conspiracy you're pushing, but like the thing you're discussing right now? Do you think like that's the reason why Harvey Weinstein ended up getting clipped? Like, okay, we need a sacrificial lamb, a face of the Me Too movement. We ain't really fuck with Harvey too much. Throw his ass out there to the wolves.
Mm-hmm. I think it's something like that. I also think it's like other rituals they have. Like it's a 33 club. It's weird. It was 33 or 28, 27 club or something like that. Like
Mac Miller, Fredo Santana. I forgot who else is in the 27 club.
I don't know.
Amy
I just
Winehouse.
think it's like I said, he could be a sacrificial lamb, or like you said, he could be a sacrificial lamb. But it happens to white people too. We just not hip. We don't pay attention to that shit.
I mean, it happened to a lot of them. It happened to the comedian. They tried to get him for beating his dingling to girls in front of them. I forgot what his name was, but he back out here doing this. Louis C.K. I mean, but like I said, I'm not defending. If you do nasty shit, like it's like, bro, thank God they caught you. Thank God they found you. But let's see what they talking about in the chat. What does B.O.B. think about this? I'm gonna have to pull and make the stallion. Bro, Trail, you on dick so hard today. It's 23
today.
I mean, I'm saying like I feel like I keep seeing this whole co-host thing. It's like, but if I put the link up, nigga will not hit the link. It's like hit the link. Show me you can be a co-host. Debate Bryce on any topic and you can be the co-host. Anyways, Ether album for B.O.B. is goated. Emerald tablets hit it. Trail, we would all understand Bryce hearing you. He's all
who know about Emerald tablets?
Oh, that was Wardy.
Wardy.
Yeah, playing games with little kids get you locked up. Bryce out here with the celebrities wearing mask theory. You sure want to stick with this theory, love and conspiracy theory co-host for all of 23? Yeah, man, rock with my guy, man. The Tory trial was a bunch of shenanigans, and I'm a black woman. It's not all of us that are happy Tory went to jail. Salute to Rhonda from New York.
Even if he is guilty,
Fearless, salute to you.
They did the most shittiest job of proving it. The most shittiest job. Because I said on the podcast, proving somebody guilty not hard with this day and age and technology, with people not being perfect and not being able to clean up after themselves perfectly. They only had 3 minutes from the time of the crime to the time they got pulled over. Bro, the evidence should have been obviously it should have been clear because there's 4 people fucking there, including a 5th person. Like, if he really guilty, bro, it shouldn't have been that fucking hard, bro. Shouldn't have been. It shouldn't have been holes in people's stories. It shouldn't have been, bro. In my mind.
So speaking of this conspiracy theory, not conspiracy theory, but speaking of this type of conversation, people getting thrown on the bus.
Smoking on that trail pack, nigga.
Celebrities getting hold. What do you think about this entire Gervonta Davis situation? Because I'm starting to feel like in 2023, when you lie about somebody in this way, there should be some type of repercussions for this type of behavior. Because at what point does this stop? Because even though this woman said that it didn't happen the way that she said it happened, and now they're in therapy together, people on the internet who don't like circle back to see the follow-up are still going to think that Gervonta Davis, and I've seen things with Gervonta Davis past, so I don't know what he's done in his past, but for this situation specifically, that he is a woman-beating, child-abusing sack of shit. And like I said, there's multiple conversations you can have. Some people will believe that, he, made her do that. He said, "Hey, bitch, you better take that back. I know what I did was wrong, but bitch, we got money. We doing this. I got a fight coming up. Take it back." So we'll never know what truly happened. But what do you think about that?
Another version of Trojan horses for these successful men these days are women, bro. And I mean, that's probably always been a thing. But that's what I'm saying. Whether you do things or not, either you getting emotional to a relationship and not being able to control yourself, or them just lying on you, bro, it could end you. It will end you. Like it's a
Shit. We
scary
just saw
thing, bro.
Dana White slap the shit out of his wife twice. At
For
least like
real?
twice. You didn't see Dana White slap his wife?
Oh, he was playing, right?
No, he wasn't playing.
Okay, man. No, I ain't see that then. Hold on,
She
pull that up.
slapped.
Pull that up for the chat.
You can't show violence. You can't show violence on YouTube. Oh, I posted a video of it earlier. They tried to hit me with another strike. I said, "Let me take this shit down and blur it out." But
so it was what?
They was somewhere New Year's Eve. I don't know what happened. She was looking like she was crying or she was tripping, whatever. I don't know. She slapped him. He said, slapped her ass back. And then a little, scuffle, kind of maybe people holding him back kind of ensued. And then, he just came out and said, "Hey, I'm apologize. My wife for 30 years. I was a little drunk, but it's not an excuse. You should never hit a woman." That's what happened.
I mean, I don't know what happened before that, but she hit him, he hit her back. That's on them. That's on them. That's domestic abuse both ways in my mind. But like I said, I don't know what happened before. I don't know what it led to. Did he put her hands on her before the camera cut on and she was responding to that? It's possible. So I'm not gonna speak on that. But no, that's crazy. That's crazy.
But the only thing, in my opinion, about that I kind of felt like was weird was like maybe because, like I said, the Buffalo Bills guy had the thing happen, so I ain't really see it talk about too much. But like, bro, if that was insert X, if that was Odell Beckham, bro, it's like I said, I like Dana White, right? I like UFC. I ain't saying I want the thing to be kicked out of the UFC because I think the UFC is going to lose kind of like a little bit of its bluster. But it's like just to see like media. I was comparing it to the Emine Udoka shit. Like he had sex with a person that worked for him, right? And it was all over for weeks. They was talking about that shit for weeks, dragging that shit for weeks. Pundits they could even mention what about the woman without being like. Did you see when Jalen Rose had to come back on after like, "I'm sorry for asking about the woman and saying why she should whatever."
Mm-hmm. It was like a random cut in the middle of a basketball game.
Randomly. But I'm like, Dana White could slap the shit out of his wife, and it's kind of like, I ain't really seeing, like I said, maybe I missed it on Undisputed. Maybe I missed it on First Take. I don't know. I didn't see the clips of it at least.
So, look, bro, I like today's conversation. 23s, I like today's conversation, ain't gonna lie. So, it's a difference between owners and employees. Yeah. Owners got a longer rope. They can play the game a little bit different than an employee can, or a smaller pun, or really like Drake can do some more shit than Tory could ever do because he's bigger, he's more tied in for whatever reasons. So yeah, I think that's the difference, bro, and we clearly see it because we seen it with Jerry Jones versus Kyrie and the Kanye conversation with Jews. The shit is it's a direct reflection of the same conversation we having, and Jerry Jones didn't get no heat. Why? He an owner. The Suns dude got to give up his team. The Clippers dude got to give up his team, but that's a payday for them. Like, you can't really counsel the owner.
I think he bought it for like $900 million. I could be wrong, but like, you buy it for $900 million, you got to sell it for 2.5. It's like, hey, we rocking.
You forcing him to cash out now instead of later. I mean, it's a punishment, but come on, like our name is not on the Phoenix Suns anymore. I mean, that's a rich nigga problem.
I just came up like 1 point. What I come up? I came up 1.6 billion off this investment. So
yeah,
it's like,
so you can't really counsel them unless they offend somebody higher up than them, almost.
But we think about like this. The person who owns the UFC is WME, right? And who owns WME? That Ari Emanuel guy who Kanye keeps bringing up. Ari Emanuel was quick to, diminish Kanye, and I get it. He's Jewish. Kanye said Jewish shit. But I ain't seen, like I said, could be wrong. Maybe they're having meetings in closed doors right now. I ain't seen Ari Emanuel say nothing about Dana White slapping his wife.
You said who owns who?
WME, which is like a big, it could be WME, Ari Emanuel, whatever. WME is a big talent agency type shit. Ari Emanuel is a big figure in Hollywood. They own UFC, right? Or they bought UFC for like $3 billion a couple years ago. And that's the guy. Have you seen that video of Elon Musk getting water dumped on top of him?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay, well that's the guy. Kanye posted like Look at Elon getting
So they
watered
bought
down and embarrassed.
UFC. So he's
Yeah, they
just like
bought.
a figurehead now.
Yeah, he's just like a CEO. I mean, he still gets a lot of money from UFC, but yeah,
Did they buy it out completely, or he still has a big percentage?
I don't think he has a percentage. Who bought the UFC? I think they bought 100% of it. So
If he
White
has
went
no
on
percentage, that's
contract.
crazy.
White went on to contact his childhood friend Lorenzo Fertitta and co-founder of Station Casino, suggests he acquire the company that led Lorenzo's brother to break up UFC. So for $2 million back in 2001. So I don't think he had any piece of it. So they bought it. Dana's rich friends came and helped him do it. They bought it for $2 million. The UFC has been sold for approximately $4 billion to a group led by Hollywood talent agency WME IMG. UFC president confirmed the sale of the mixed martial arts promotion company in text messages. WME CEO, co-CEO Ari Emanuel also announced the sale earlier Monday in an internal company email that included SNTV, a joint venture between the Associated Press and IMG.
So only thing I could think of, obviously, just because maybe he white, you get white privilege and all that shit, which whatever, it's their society, I could give a fuck less. Maybe does
Oh,
he
damn,
run
right.
UFC? Does he run UFC so well that if he's not there, is like not productive? But I feel like if he created a system, I feel like they should be able to replicate it with the funds and productive money they got. But maybe that's what it is.
The thing about Dana White is he's like a storyline within himself, right? He's like a figure within himself. You know, it's kind of like Vince McMahon. Like Vince McMahon, and now WWE still doing their thing. Vince McMahon had stepped down, but like even if you watch UFC, right, and you watch like after big events, they do the press conference. Dana White's commentary after the press conference is very highly sought after. What does he think? When you look at the views of like, because they break up Dana White, UFC 288 commentary, the fighters, the main event fight, da da da. Dana White's views are typically like around the area of the fighters because he's UFC. So that's why I'm assuming they're not saying nothing, or it's kind of getting like
It'll fuck up the brand.
Yeah, and also UFC got a big deal with ESPN, so it would behoove ESPN to continue their relationship with the UFC in a good way. So maybe they send an internal email to people not to speak about the Dana White situation. I don't know. Like I said, Emu Udoka got suspended for a year for sleeping with a coworker, and they talk about this shit for weeks. Kyrie Irving tweeted out a link. They talk about this shit for about a month. So, I mean, look, Ray Rice knocked his girl out justifiably, still fried.
Michael Vick.
Like we could just go down the name of people.
And yeah, and then my theory kind of falls apart because this nigga Brett Favre was a fucking employee.
But they ain't saying nothing about Brett Favre. Like, that's just the way. That's the way it is shaped, man. If you a certain stature, you a certain place in the game, you can kind of do whatever you want to do. Like you said, the more famous you are, the more leeway you got.
Essentially.
Why y'all saying that? What's going on? I don't see that nowhere. Y'all saying Scary Hour 3s. I don't see Scary Hour 3 nowhere. I just checked Drake's page. I don't know. Maybe I see it somewhere else though. And that'd be great to start 2023 if we get some new. I don't know. Like new Drake so soon. Her loss is still there. I don't know if new Drake's. I mean, I'll take it still. But I feel like he just gave us a great project. But anyways, what else we got? We got anything else tonight?
Yeah, we got. I mean, did we really even speak on Adrian Broner?
Adrian Broner? You mean Gervonta Davis?
It
ain't really too much to that. Just they did it. She hold him. Well, from her story, she's lying about it, and what I'm saying, like his career.
She put the shit on the. She put the shit on
the toothbrush. Broke all this shit. Like, yeah. So what else we got on here?
Yeah, you gotta be careful dealing with women, bro. It's in this world and society today, bro. It's scary times, bro. It's scary times. If a woman want to go crazy or admit to you doing something, they could do it. Like even from like a woman trying to take a condom out of the fucking trash can and put it in her. Like, bro, this is a crazy times, bro.
I would consider that rape, honestly. If taking a condom off is considered rape, taking my condom out of the trash can and impregnating yourself is also rape on that side. So, anyways, I think the only thing we got left is what? Skip Bayless?
Yeah, we got Skip. And we had I feel like we missed something.
Shot Glizzy drugging whatchamacallit?
Yeah.
Or attempting to whatever with the girl?
But no, that story from the jump sounds so fishy. Cause how the fuck you? It ain't drugging somebody when they hand you some shit and you willingly take it.
What about when you feel pressured? You scared. The whole entourage surrounded you. You don't know what to do.
Why didn't you leave? Was it kidnapping or not?
Might be. There's a bunch of niggas around
Is
you.
it kidnapping or not?
I don't know. I think it's easy to say as a guy. Like I'm not a girl who's surrounded by a bunch of dudes. It's kind of like in a
An
scary
OnlyFans
situation.
girl that knew she was going into a sexual situation.
Sexual. She's going to shoot a music video.
I don't know. I'm capping. Why the fuck? What?
I said, damn, she can't go shoot a music video. God damn. She would go shoot a music video. From her story, got surrounded by guys, and then she's like I get it. Like you took a pill. Like,
So why the pill? So what she was saying about trying to have sex with him is like she was trying to get her to have sex with him.
She said she was in her room getting her shit together. He came out with his dick out and was like, suck my dick. And she was like, no. And he was like, do you want to get paid? And she was like, fucking, I don't care about getting paid. I'm out of here.
So I thought she said she took a pill.
Oh, she did take a pill. But I guess it didn't do nothing to her, I'm assuming, because she said she wasn't looped out or doped out.
Oh, okay, that's what threw me off. When she said she took a pill, I'm thinking she was like DTF. That's what threw me off.
She said nothing happened. She said after that, he came in the room with his dick out and said, suck it. She said, no. And he said, do you want to get paid for today? She said, fuck getting paid. I'm out of here. And then she left.
No, that's weird. That's weird. But now I'm just saying off the strength of, did anything happen? And if you saying you felt pressure to do something, like you left, like how are you saying that? Like what? I don't know.
The way she framed it, like I said, that could be all cat, right? But the way she framed it, from what I remember listening to, was they were surrounded her when they were asking about the pill shit, and then when she was alone with him with his dick out, she said no, and then she burnt out. But I guess you could say like, hey, them niggas might be outside waiting for you if you don't suck his dick, which is, I'm not mad at it. If it's a nasty ass rap nigga doing the crazy wild shit, like, hey. But also it's kind of that story of, do we know if this is true or not? Adam 22 got these white girls come on his show just exposing shit about rappers, naming niggas. We don't know if that's true or not. We don't even know if that's true. Like I said, it could be, but we don't even know. He just up there smiling, giggling with her because that's a girl that worked with him, and you're exposing this rapper, and that could be detrimental to his career. It wouldn't even know what happened or not.
It felt real H3, bro. That's why I kind of came how I came. Like, just felt like one of them. Let's try to get some views. In this day and age, where so many
what's
people
gonna make this video go
clout,
viral? You are OnlyFans chick. Baby, people at OnlyFans will really fuck with you. But what can I bring over to like the rap world to really? Oh, let's talk about Shy Glizzy. You trying to him trying to essentially sexually assault you, give you a pill, tell you come and suck his dick or you don't get paid, which is like,
I see the irrelevance there, but hey man, Adam 22, even with him doing that, it's like, do you really care, Adam 22, about Shy Glizzy? Like, I don't know, man.
Like I said, it's just weird. True. It's a weird. He's a weird nigga. That's true.
No, I'm even the premise of the whole pill thing, and that if that happened, that's weird. It's just like in this day and age with the like people lying, or it makes this shit so weird on how you look at this shit. I feel like we get desensitized to a degree. Well, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm so awesome. That song was fire back in the day though. But yeah. Trail keep trying to talk about bullshit. Trail talk about the guy who crashed his car and died, Kim Block. I don't know shit about no fucking Kim Block. Jeremy Renner, Hawkeye got into the snowmobile crash too, I think, or something like that. Like, hey, God bless. Rest in peace, big dog. I mean, I don't know what to say about this. Salute. Jeremy Renner's alive. He's in the hospital healing. Rest in peace to Kim Block. That's all I got for those two conversations. I don't know shit about Kim Block. But all right, we get in with this one because somebody we do know. Let's end with Skip Bayless. Do you think that Skip Bayless's tweet was as egregious as people on social media were making it out to be? As insensitive as everything?
Going off what you said, yeah, I didn't read the tweet like face value. But from the conversation we had, it sounded nasty.
So he said essentially, and I can see how you could try to read this different ways, depending on how you want to try to read what he's saying. So he said, where are we going? No doubt, the NFL is considering postponing the rest of this game. But how? Question mark. This late in the season, a game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome. which suddenly seems so irrelevant. So I feel like when you say which suddenly seems so irrelevant, it could look like you're bigging up the game and diminishing the fact that this guy just had a cardiac arrest moment on the field. But also it could be like, how would they cancel this game? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna try to cave for the nigga.
I
It
think it could
sounds
just
bad.
be it could be a genuine question, to be
Yeah.
honest,
That's what I said. That's what I said too. The thing about
because
who
it's
did I
the
watch?
first time it's ever happened. Like
Yeah.
it's like 5 minutes is like that, but I get it's like who cares about that? But I don't know. I don't know.
It's like this is how I look at it too. It's like I was watching Charlemagne why he said he doesn't tweet anymore. He's like, why am I going to tweet when I got a show? Because tweets, you lose too much context, you lose too much emotion, you lose too much whatever, and people still twist your words up. So it's not like saying that, but your tweet, because he probably could have said that, and it could have sounded like, oh, he's compassionate about the guy. He's just like confused about this game and how it's going to affect the season, but he's still more concerned about the guy in the game. But in the tweet, and also your Skip Bayless, people don't like you. Uh, they're going to go a certain way in a certain route with it. So he did that. Shannon wasn't on the show today, which I looked at as possibly more of a PR move for Shannon than a stand in solidarity with people that are against Skip Bayless at the moment. Because my thing was like,
you're making it hard on me, Skip.
That's what I'm saying. Shannon might
2 weeks in a row, Skip.
Shannon might know what Skip was implying, right? So he might understand. Because like say you say some shit on Twitter. I know what you mean, but it's like, so we on a show together, people gonna be like, what's up with your mans? It's like, I know what he means, but I know for Shannon Sharp, if Shannon Sharp don't go on undisputed and get on Skip ass, Uncle Tom, Coon, but it's like, so let me just sit this one out. Let's just come back in a couple days and we can just hop on the next time. Let's talk about Donovan Mitchell hitting 71 points. Like, let's move away from this shit. Because I already know how this is gonna go with social media.
I don't know when Skip had said, I expect Shannon to be back tomorrow. Was that like a plug that he was more upset than the PR thing?
Or it could just be more of a PR thing to act like he's upset.
It's
but they got to talk about it, I'm assuming. So I'm just curious to see what he has to say about it. And if was he really upset? Was he like, because like I said, people like Shannon Sharp, when he got a white co-host, kind of got to placate to social media and shit like that. Especially, like I said, if he feels a way about it, he feels a way. I'm not saying he can't feel a way. But if you don't, and you don't go in there and, kind of step on him.
I mean,
step on him. Or social media's gonna like I said, they're gonna call you coon. They're gonna say Caden for the white man. You doing this, you doing that. So
you ain't gonna never lose your job though.
No, you ain't gonna lose your job. No, because like I said, social media too is like they'll be mad at you today, and then the next day they'll be like, "Oh, W take Shannon," and then they love you again. It's like it's ebbs and flows with the shit, especially when it comes to media and opinions and doing all that type of shit. So,
but now I think it do kind of speak to
see flying low. I'm not flying low. See Trail. This is why you can't be the co-host. Because I don't think either one of those scenarios is a reach. It could be either one of those scenarios. I just think you're just not thinking of what the possibilities could be. So you would come on here just like, he was out. Great content. Salute you, Trail. Thank you. He was out for today. Thank you for digging deeper into why he possibly might be out for today. Thank you. Anyways, continue.
Shit, I low-key forgot.
I don't think it was crazy. I think I'm reading what whatchamacallit said. No, I don't think it was crazy. I think it was on par with his entire brand. I don't know how they canceled it after that when I see people get destroyed on the field. I think this dude almost like literally died. Did anybody almost ever like literally die?
Yeah, cardiac arrest. They had to do CPR on the field. That's the first.
I mean, that's a good story. I know he did. I think he did say he had cancer, but like it looks convenient when it's like, oh, he had like the cancer. I'm not trying to diminish his cancer. It could be a possibility. So that's the thing about this Trail. That could also be a possibility. But it's like when it's the day after something like this happens, he's gone. It's like doesn't kind of perk your eyebrows up. Anyways, plus he's been having.
What did you even watch? What niggas just be talking? Did you even watch what Skip said? He even alluded to the sensitivity of the times, and that even. Bro,
he's had a lot of hip and foot surgery.
But with Skip, I believe I've heard him be insensitive to players and like you should play through injuries or how you get cramps in the fourth quarter, you're supposed to be the GOAT, shit like that. It's
yeah,
like,
stupid shit.
I do believe to a degree he doesn't look at an athlete with that same human. You know how that people take a celebrity or athletes out of like they just don't see the humanity in them no more. They just look at them as just like this god essentially to a degree.
Mm.
So I do think to a lesser degree with Skip, he just think of him just as an athlete, perform, be great, push through it. Anthony Davis, you suck for being hurt 3 seasons, like a nigga can control that or some shit like that. Like it or Kawhi, like Skip hated Kawhi because he didn't want to play for the Spurs, even though he was supposed to be battling through injuries. Nigga still ain't played, so I'm pretty sure there's something going on with the nigga. But yeah, it shows that I could see where people was going with him being insensitive, and then I think Skip just been on the bad side of people for a long
Preacher
time.
Cameron.
Obviously, damn my cat. Obviously, get down. Obviously, LeBron conversations and shit like that is like upset people.
I see niggas say Skip was so down bad today. He said he was a fan of LeBron.
Oh my god.
There was a clip that's like, he's been doing great these past 2 days. I'm a fan. It's turned Skip into a LeBron fan.
I feel like that, along with how he talked to Shannon, kind of gotten on the bad side of things, and then that just happened. I think that added to people feeling like he's that liberal dude that acts cool in your face, but shut up and dribble, stay in your place, like put your glasses back on, essentially. Like
They took that and ran with it, huh? Put your glasses on.
I mean, in reality, that's gaslighting. He's being him. Who are you to tell him what the fuck to do? But you
What
feel
you getting
like
on? What you doing all that? It's like you take your headphones. Put your fucking headphones on. Calm down. God damn, what are you doing all theatrical shit for? Put your damn headphones on.
yeah, I don't know, man. It just feels like it was the mix of Skip being emotional and being mad and trying to put him in his place more than him like it ain't that serious because he sure ain't give a fuck about saying the nigga ain't supposed to be in the Hall of Fame. So it's like, who are you to tell
He
me to
didn't say he
not
wasn't
put?
supposed to be in the Hall of Fame. He just said he's not as good as Tom Brady.
Yeah, but he was damn near shitting on nigga career. Like, who are you? Like,
I mean, in
nigga,
comparison
Hall
to
of
Tom
Famer,
Brady, it's
Spamer.
like, it's like if I'm like, who's a nigga in the NBA who's like, there's like Michael Jordan. Nigga, who the fuck are you compared to Michael Jordan? Yeah, in the Hall of Fame. Who the fuck are you compared to Michael Jordan?
I mean, to an average fan, that's cool, but a 3-time champion as a tight end, like
If
that's
I'm a champ, no, if I'm Clyde Drexler, I'm like, fuck you. I don't give a damn about Michael Jordan. But like, that people look at me
yeah.
like, yeah, he's talking about fucking the greatest of all time. What are you talking about?
And it's my thing. Outside of Brady and him being on a great fucking dynasty for 10 years, nigga, winning 3 championships is damn near no one in the NFL have done that. It's only like few people that got 3 or 4
Yeah, but they're not
championships.
gonna give the tight end too much credit.
Well, I mean, when you were a great Hall
They'll
of
give
Famer
John
and you got
Elway. They're gonna give John Elway all the damn credit.
John Elway and whoever else is a Hall of Famer on them teams. And he went to another team and also was a part of a Super Bowl contender. He went
They're gonna get
one on
that
the
one to Ray
Ravens
Lewis.
he a Hall of Famer too. He a Hall of Famer too. That's all I'm saying. It's like you got 3 championships in the NFL. I ain't trying to hear none of that shit because Tom Brady got 6, but he was on the fucking Patriots. Come on, bro. Them niggas cheating and some more shit. Let's be realistic, bro. Let's be realistic.
But yeah, but first episode of the year, man. That's all we got for you guys today. That's all I got. I'm burnt out. I'm tired. I'm about to go to bed. I got shit to do tomorrow. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Not subscribed already. SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes for the Absolute Sure podcast audio versions. Bryce, you got any last words?
I want to play trailing football so I can bully that little nigga. I want to play you in real life, nigga. I want to stiff arm you, nigga. Put you on the ground, nigga.
Just want to run your ass smooth over.
Yeah, fuck a game, nigga.
Let's go. Let's do the. What's that drill called? Is that called Oklahoma drill?
Yeah, Oklahoma.
Hey, lay on
nigga,
your
lines
back.
up,
You got to
nigga.
get up.
I'll buy you some pads, little nigga. What's your size? Extra small, nigga.
Don't forget, nigga got a little humpback on him. So
Get your little mouthpiece and shit too.
But I'll watch you in real life. Okay, I don't know, Trill. Just look at this. I'm saying, just looking at you. I don't know if that's
Trey,
the
you
case.
ain't never played no organized football in your life. You ained never played an organized sport in your life. You ain't never made a team. and it was a participation in high school. And like, son, you're just not cutting it. We don't normally cut people, but
He said, I played. You just watch from the sidelines. All right. Trail just talking now. But like I said, that's it. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure you subscribe to D-Fran Daily. Make sure you subscribe to Bryce channel, Emerald Gaming Reactions.
Trail the first
Also,
person to ever
whatever.
get cut from the rec league.
Bryce, go back to. All right, we out here. You niggas just talking now. Go to Chesty. All right, we out. See y'all next week.
They got the